Testing, going live. I'm some toy talk here. Hello, everyone. Here I'm going. Here, can anyone hear me? Check. Right back. Alrighty. So I'm here with Baby Yoda, and I'm trying to sculpt a 1/6 scale brick. So bear with me. This is when you do these things live. Can't be tricky. So to make the clay soft, I use something like a syringe. Hopefully this will work. Get some baby oil, some mineral oil. Put it in a few drops. And this will help you make the clay really soft. See, I use a piece of pipe to roll the clay. So what I'm going to do is try to make this clay soft. It's really, really hard right now. So I should have a pasta machine. Usually pasta machines can help you do this a little bit faster. It's this little machine that they put pasta in, and it makes the clay really thin, like a sheet, and you don't have to like labor like I'm doing right now. And I should have one of those, but for some reason I never got around to getting one, which is pretty funny. So anyone's welcome to come here and talk about toys, especially like 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, like Hot Toys, Mezco, Marvel Legends, Hot Toys, NECA, that kind of stuff. So you can see it's like a real pain in the butt to get this clay netted. Actually, the last time I did this, I spent like 30 minutes just doing it because it's so hard to net. But what I intend to do is sculpt the brick like these right here I have. like these. And that's the whole goal of this, to make a 1/6 scale brick like that. I'll put it right here next to Baby Yoda. So let's see, there. Alrighty. So any cool news in the action figure world? There's always something new coming up just about every day. Isn't that amazing? There's so many toy companies out there that we get like news every day. Dun, dun. Let me try to put this in here. So I'm learning how to use StreamYard, and I had a problem with the echoing. I had a heck echoing problem. It was terrible. I spent like a whole day just trying to figure it out, and I think I figured it out, but it was just so hard to fix. And finally, I fixed it. I think I'm doing it right now. If you guys can hear me, please let me know in the comments below if you can hear me, because if you can't hear me, I will reset the camera and try again. So I've been busy this whole week trying to install all the programs I need in my new computer so I can do sculpting in ZBrush. So any guys you use ZBrush are also welcome, or Maya users, because I don't know anybody who does ZBrush. I don't have any ZBrush buddies. So if you use ZBrush or Maya, let me know, because I want to be your buddy. And wow, this clay is really hard. But that's good. That's good. Okay, so let me just try to. Anyone there? Toy Talk. Alrighty. Let's see. Maybe I can put this guy right here. Right there. Some bricks. Cool. So any of you guys out there, please let me know if you can hear me. It would do me the favor of letting me know if you can hear me. I have to use some more oil. So you take a little syringe like this, suck some, not suck, but get some oil out of it. Put it there. I'm using mineral oil, baby oil, which is a really good oil. Then so any sculptors out there or painters? I like painting too, you know. I am a sculptor and I have sculpted a bunch of Marvel stuff and stuff from the movies, like an alien head and the xenomorph from Aliens. I did a head, a really nice head, and I also did a body, a full body one. That one, it was huge. It was like 15 inches big. I used armature wire, and back then I used to use this clay called Roma clay. And what else did I sculpt? I sculpted a bunch of characters from Batman. I sculpted Batman, a bust, just a head, Two-Face. I really liked sculpting Etrigan the Demon. I did that one. That one came out really nice. I did Two-Face. I did a classic alien, like one of those Roswell aliens. Also, I did the Beast from X-Men. That was another head I did. And the first head I tried sculpting was R2D2. R2D2 from Star Wars. Then, what else did I sculpt? I sculpted. Oh, I did the Predator. It was done in Super Sculpting. I did the head with the helmet on it, and I cooked it. It looked really nice. And then I did a head without the helmet on. That one came out even better because there was all this facial detail. And I did all the teeth and everything. I cooked them first because it was Super Sculpty, and then I used whatchamacallit, Super Sculpty. So then I just, with tweezers, I put in all the teeth and inner mouth detail. And then I did the dreadlocks. Those were like, I don't even remember what I did to do that, to make those. And I made it. It came out really, really nice. So that's like a long time ago. That's when I discovered that I had like a knack for sculpting. But I always wanted to draw really well. So I always kept drawing as too. But for some reason, I can sculpt better than. Oops, sorry. I can sculpt better than draw for some reason. So, and since I love toys, I've been a toy collector all my life. When I was a kid, I didn't even know I was collecting. I was like buying certain lines of toys. After school job, I would save up and buy my Transformers and my GI Joes, stuff like that. And it was pretty cool, man. Like I had a really nice collection, but I didn't even know I was a toy collector. Then I started collecting comics. Then I realized what collecting was. I collected some really cool comic books, and that's where I really got into it because I started reading Batman comic books, Detective Comics. Batman, that was one of my favorite ones. Detective Comics, the Batman from the 80s. And I used to collect the. There was a GI Joe. There was some Thundercat comic books too, but they weren't too great. Like, to be honest, the He-Man and Thundercat comic books weren't great at all, but the animation was. The show was amazing. and the Transformers too was really amazing. Like the quality of the animation was awesome, but the comic books were like kind of trashy. Like they weren't really that good. So the really good comic books were like Batman, Detective Comics, like I said, Man of Steel, like Superman. Spider-Man. I used to collect some. Let's see. I used to collect a little bit of Spider-Man. Oh, Secret Wars was really nice in the 80s. Secret Wars was like a 12-issue series, and that was like an amazing comic book. That's what actually got me into comic books. So, is anyone there? Okay. If anyone's there, please let me know. So if you can hear me, if the audio is good, let me know. All right. So this clay is definitely a little better. Okay. I'm gonna use a blade, and I'm gonna try to make a 1/6 scale brick. So I don't think this is 1/6 scale because I just don't think so. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So let's see. Let's use this as reference right there. So just go in here, cut that. Should be like about that thick. And it should be longer. I'm gonna make 2 bricks. I didn't plan ahead, so I'm just doing this on the fly. Hey, what's up, Bones and the Necro Zoo? Hey, dude, I know you. I remember you. What's up, man? I watch your channel sometimes. The Necro Zoo, man. Yeah, bro. I like your mask. All those masks you wear, they're freaking awesome. Oh, cool. That it's working. Awesome. How you doing, man? What's your latest toy? What you get? Yeah. I'm gonna try to make a 1/6 scale brick. As you can see, I made these right here. I try to put a lot of detail in them. So I don't think that's the right size. So I'm gonna make another one, but it's gonna be the right size. And then I'm gonna perfect it, and then maybe make copies. Dude, I was just watching your show like a few days ago. That's awesome. You know when you wear your masks, when I was a kid, it reminds me when I was a kid and I was reading these magazines, right? Of Blue Demon, the wrestler, yeah, and Mil Máscaras and El Santo. And I used to watch those movies. Oh man, those were so cool. These have some really cool movies. Actually, I want to get a mask myself. I was thinking of wearing the Mandalorian hat, the mask. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna do like these short, not short videos, maybe like an hour video of making something in clay. like a sculpture, but for toys, for action figures. So if you have any good ideas, let me know. Like I thought I'll make a 1/6 scale brick, or like anything that's for like 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale. Yeah, El Santo. Yeah, yo, I remember these magazines, man. But I was really young. I don't remember the name of the magazine, and I used to love looking at them because they would have like these beautiful paintings of Mil Máscaras, El Santo, Blue Demon. One of them I always remember. He was like in a lake, some kind of water, like in a lake, and he was fighting a shark. And so he was on the shark like you ride a horse, but he was fighting the shark, and it was an illustration. I think it was either Blue Demon or Mil Máscaras, and um, I always remember that when I see a mask, when I see those wrestling masks. So I'm going to use this as reference, but I'm going to make it a little bigger right here. That. Oh yeah? What did you train in? Wrestling? Because you look fit, man. You look like you're really strong. Oh, cool, man. You should what you call it? Like you should try to get into the professional wrestling, man. Maybe you should do that, right? Like do you still live in Juarez? Is it hard to collect over there? Because when I was in Colombia, it was really hard. They didn't have a lot of stuff. Let's see, let me try to get another brick here. Oh yeah, yeah. Well now, yeah, I was making X-Men dioramas, and I made some really nice ones, man, with a lot of detail. I used to airbrush them and use like good paints. I used to put a lot of detail on the diorama, like the pipes. I used to put a lot of detail on them. Like I used to put rust and the little rivets, all that stuff, man. It would be a lot of work, and I did like I did a bunch of them. Like I did a lot. Yeah. Did you Did you see the? I used to sell them on eBay. Right now, I'm gonna. I did this. This is. I made this out of super sculpting. And it's a sentinel head. And I sculpted this. I also made it hollow inside so you can put lights. And so the eyes can light up, but I haven't done that. So sometimes on eBay, I sell some of this stuff. Yeah. Hey, have you ever watched that collector? What's his name? El Hunter. Sometimes he shows some really cool wrestlers from the back in the day when they were wrestlers, and he goes to their house and he interviews them. It's almost like a documentary, and his name is the Hunter. He's a toy collector in Mexico, and I like watching his show sometimes because he shows like stuff about wrestling, about vintage toys like Star Wars, because I like Star Wars a lot. And and also about Masters of the Universe. He knows like all the info. Let's see. Thanks. Well, right now I moved into digital because I used to study some digital stuff. So I went back into it. I got ZBrush. Yeah, he interviews the actual like wrestler, and it's pretty cool to see, El Hunter. Yeah, I saw him go to Japan. I've been wanting to go to Japan forever, man. He went to Okihara, where that's like the toy mecca of the world. And yeah, I wanna do something like that. I wanna go there and buy like a bunch of stuff, man. Since I was into Gundam as well, like I used to have Gundam fever. Like I should have planned this better. Like I should have had the brick already done, so you guys can see how I detail it. What are you collecting now, Necro? What are you collecting? Oh, this light went off. Yeah, I wish I could go like very soon, man. I used to build Gundams, and I live here in New York City, in Queens. And when I used to in 98, I used to buy all the master grades and build them and airbrush them. And there used to be a store called Anime Crash, and what you call it? I would put them for sale there in the shelves, and they sold. I was like, man, because I did a lot of work on them, so I was like crazy into Gundam. So that's one of the reasons why I would like to go to Japan as well. That store doesn't exist anymore. So what are you collecting now, Necro? Yeah, DC. That's right. For Sterling. Yeah. Did you get that Bizarro that he made recently? That Bizarro. I really like that one. I'm hoping he'll make the Nightfall Batman. It's not coming out right. Let's see. Look at my tools. McFarlane, man. McFarlane, NECA, Hasbro, they're all right here in New York. Jeez. Oh, here, I can use this. Okay. Yeah, see, you got a large collection now. That's pretty cool, man. Oh, did you see whatchamacallit? That Hush Superman? But he's kind of really expensive from Mayfix. I don't but he came out really nice. So I was thinking, since they made that, Mafex made that, I was thinking maybe they're gonna make. You remember when Superman died and they had those other Superman come out like Steel and the Cyborg. He's like a half Terminator looking Superman, and there was like a teenage Superman with a really cool jacket on. I think they might do those three because they're making a Superman from that story, the one that's all in black and has like a silver S on him. So I was thinking, whoa, if they make that, man, that'd be really awesome. Like, I probably wouldn't be able to say no. Okay. My light keeps going off. Gotta get a new light. Okay. Yeah, they're the Mafex 6-inch ones. they're they're like really really expensive. But if they make those three that I just said, I'll probably get the what do you call the Cyborg Superman, because he's like a Terminator. He's a bad guy actually. And the Super Kid, the little one, and Steel, the guy who's like a black guy and he turns into Superman, so he's bald. He's like made out of all solid steel and he has a hammer. Shaquille O'Neal played him, I think, in a movie. If they make any of those, and then I was thinking, wow, so the way they're going, like the path they're going, if they make some of those, they might even make Doomsday, which would be pretty amazing because all that's like connected. So, like especially the Doomsday before he takes off the green suit and he's like tied up, like he has one hand. Remember, like at the beginning of Superman's death, Doomsday shows up, and he like completely beats up the whole Justice League with one arm because he's like tied up, like he has like this futuristic looking handcuffs that actually look really nice. So they're also doing the Batmans, and that's the only one I'm getting because this is my favorite one, the Dark Knight Returns Batman. So that's why I have these. Let me clean my hands. You're not supposed to touch your figures with when you touch Super Sculpting because it might ruin your figure. So that's why I have these. You see? And that's the only line I'm collecting from Mafex because it's my favorite comic book, The Dark Knight Returns. The arm is missing because I'm trying to learn how to make the joints, and so I took it apart to see how the joints are inside, and so then I go to ZBrush and I try to replicate that that arm, and it's pretty hard. Like actually, the sculpting part is also hard, but the making of the joints can't be harder when you don't know how to make it. And so I already made the torso joint, I made the knee joint, and I made an elbow joint. Also the wrist joint, but I haven't made the shoulder joint. Actually, the most complicated joint in this Mafex line, it's the most complicated, is the shoulder joint because they have the butterfly and they also have like this weird new technology they're using inside the arm. Yeah. So that's the only line I'm collecting. But if they make those three Superman that I'm talking about, the Cyborg Superman, the Shaquille O'Neal Superman, and the little kid Superman, those are like freaking nice. Like I remember when DC made those way back, like in 2000. I think it was in 2009. I had the steel one, the Shaquille O'Neal steel one. That thing was really nice, man. And then the Bizarro that came out with that line was really nice. They were like really, really good sculpts. Like they were really good sculpts. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was doing a shoulder joint. I was learning how to make it from the inside, and that's just no joke, man. You gotta know how to make the inside, so it's like really hard. So I'm a newbie, you know. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so I just took it apart, and then I realized that if I really, really wanna see inside the joints, I have to break it. So I didn't want to break my Batman. So so I had to stop there, but I did manage to make the other joints without breaking anything. But I have to buy like I was looking on eBay to see if I can find a figure like that I don't really like, that Mafex makes, that has that same technology. So I was looking at, for some reason, like I don't like this character called Carnage, and Mafex made it. And then I was thinking, all right, let me look for that one and see if I can buy it like broken online. But there was no one selling it broken. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy one new and break it just to see how the inside of the joint it is in there, which kind of sucks because I don't like breaking my figures. So, I mean, if it was a Marvel Legends, uh, you could buy doubles because Marvel Legends only costs like 25 right now. But a Mafex, you have to get that imported, or if you buy it here, that's like $90 or plus. So you feel bad just breaking it. I didn't want to break it. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yo, Four Horsemen is also here in New York. Yo, those guys are really cool. Like, let me tell you a story. I I ordered like a bunch of I went crazy and I bought too many figures from them, right? So I had to call them and cancel the order, right? So hey, guess who picked up? I know his voice. You know the guy they call him Corn Boy. He's like that really big dude. He's a really cool guy, man. That guy is freaking awesome. So he picks up the phone. I tell him, hey, I gotta cancel my order because right now I'm going through some hard times. And so he's like, don't worry about it, and he canceled it and everything. And guess what? I didn't know, and he didn't tell me. Uh, he canceled the order, but he put one figure for me for free, and I got it in the mail for free. I got one of those skeletons, like those skeleton warriors. And I was like, holy shit! I just got a free figure from Four Horsemen. And I bet you it was him, man, because that guy is really really cool. Yeah. Actually, when conventions come back and all that, hopefully, and it's safe, I'm gonna make a bunch of copies of this, and I'm gonna be selling them online, and I'm gonna be painting them with really wicked different styles. Like candy red or purple, all that stuff. And when I see Four Horsemen over there, I'm gonna drop by and I'm gonna give Cornboy one of those for free because he's really cool. Yeah. Where you live, Necro? What part of the where you live right now? Are you still living in Juarez? Yeah, they Four Horsemen went digital. El Paso, Texas. Oh wow. Yo, I have family in Midland, Texas, and Austin, Texas, and I'm actually thinking of going to live there. I didn't really think this through well enough making a brick. So just doing this like freestyle. I'm doing this freestyle. Yeah, I went to a bunch of them before this whole fucking virus thing. They're pretty fun, you know. I love going to them. The Comic Con at the Javits Center, they have it like that big building. Um, it's pretty awesome. You know what's actually a little better? The toy what do they call it? Just before the Comic Con, there's something else called the toy. That's where all the toy companies go to show their products. And actually, I got in that one 2 times. So you see people selling their prototype ideas, you know, like their company in the same building in the Javits Center. It's a toy. I forget, I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. The toy convention, and you see all the toy companies, man. You see Hasbro, you see the Marvel Legends, all that. You see the Bandai with the Gundams. But I tell you something. Like when I was, because I've lived here all my life. The Comic Con before it was Comic Con, they used to have it in a different place called the Roosevelt Hotel. So every year the Comic Con was at the Roosevelt Hotel, and this is like back in 1988, and even like the early 90s, and they used to have the Comic Con there, and it was different. It was different back then because it was really all comic books and a little bit of toys, but now it's like very different. You know, it's like it changed so much. But when it was in the Roosevelt Hotel, I met the guy John Byrne, the guy who made Man of Steel, the 4 issues from the 80s. I met him, and so that was pretty cool. Um, what else did I see? Yeah, and like all those comic books that cost a lot of money now over there, back then I was able to buy some of them. You know. Oh yeah, the 90s. Hey, what's up, Brock? Thomas Brock. So yeah, like the Roosevelt Hotel, man. That's where the Comic Con used to really be all these years, like in the 80s and 90s, and even before the 80s. And so Stan Lee used to be. He sometimes was there. Big guys, you know, like Neil Gaiman, Neil something, the guy who did the Sandman. Uh, there always was like somebody there, and it's like it was really cool. And me and my friend used to sneak in sometimes because we didn't want to pay the entrance. So yeah, and then we used to steal comic books, man. We were comic book thieves. So yeah, they were fun times, man. Like, so I was big into collecting back then, comic books. I managed to get Daredevil #5, and I had like the originals of the Dark Knight Returns from Frank Miller. Uh, I had that issue where Wolverine fights the Hulk that McFarlane drew with the blades like this in a cover, and you see the reflection of the Hulk. And I had all the X-Men from the 80s. I still do. I have some of them. Actually, uh, I'm gonna keep making this show, right? I'm gonna have a wall behind me, and I'm gonna put up all the comic books that I still have, which are the '80s X-Men, Lobo, like Simon Bisley and all that, like all these like really cool covers that I really like. So yeah. And sometimes they will have the Comic Con in a church. I forgot the name of the church and where it is, but they wouldn't have it in the Roosevelt Hotel. They would move it to this church, and it's pretty crazy because it was an actual church, and then they would just like clean out everything, and then they would have the comic book convention there. This was in 2001, like 2001. Let's see. My light went off. I gotta get some new lights. So yeah. Well, I sculpted this. Can't see it, right? This is like a piece of wood. You know what doesn't make sense? Like this camera where I'm showing the piece of wood is a really old camera, and for some reason, uh, it looks better than the brand new Logitech camera that I just got right now. This one, which is crazy, right? Like this is a brand new camera. It's supposed to be like better, and like the autofocus doesn't even work or nothing. So I have here Baby Yoda for scale. That's Baby Yoda. This see the light went off again, man. Try to get this. Yeah, I'm using Super Sculpty Firm, the gray one. Trying to fix the light here. Yeah, it's kind of having a hard time with this. Yeah, I'm watching that, The Bad Batch. It's pretty cool. Hot Toys is making one of them, I think, or two. I just started watching it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Yeah, it looks kind of good, man. But what I really love is Mandalorian, man. That shit is like so good. All right, I think I fixed it. Okay, now there's some light. Whoa. Yeah, so what's the Bad Batch about? I don't get it. Like, they're trying to save that kid. Is that kid a Jedi or something? I don't understand what's going on. So you guys see here, this is I was trying to make a 1/6 scale brick, but like you can see right here, this guy, he's 1/6 scale. But if you look at his fist compared to the brick, it's kind of small, right? But this guy's a big dude. He's like a wrestler, right? But still the brick looks like kind of small, right? Next to him in proportion, right? Yeah. It was a tearjerker in The Mandalorian at the last episode. So if this is not big enough, right? If this brick is not big enough, then I have to be a little longer, right? Maybe a little thicker, something like that. So I'm thinking this one is pretty good. I'm gonna do a video on this one, painting this. I don't know when, but soon. Yeah. Hey, Necro, did you see the Mandalorian? Did you like it? Hey, Thomas Brock, are you Brock? Are you the Brock who does customizing? The customizer? Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to cut this guy. Yeah. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, how long have I been on? I don't even know. Do any of you guys like the Dark Knight Returns story? Yeah, Luke, man. I'm hoping that Hot Toys will make another Luke, so I'll get another chance of getting him because they made that Luke and it's too expensive now to get. So yeah, dude, all those movies that you see, all those DC movies that for Batman, they take out something from that comic book, like the back tank or I mean, they just take out from that story. In all the movies, you see a little bit of the Dark Knight Returns. And most people don't realize that, like how important that story was. Like it changed the way people saw comic books. When I was a kid and I went to the comic convention, I remember it was like 1986. Uh, I saw the Dark Knight Returns, right? And I was like, "What is that?" And the guy was like, "Oh, this is a great story, blah blah blah." So I bought the first comic book, but I couldn't buy the first one because number one was too expensive. So I bought four, and issue four is when Batman, beats up Superman, right? So I go home and I read the comic book, really carefully because I was like a collector, and I was like, "What the hell is this? What's going on? This is crazy. I never read a comic book like this, and it just kind of like changed the way everyone saw comic books. It was really, really different. You know, it was like more realistic. It was amazing, and then like a few years later, Michael Keaton with Jack Nicholson, they did the Batman with Tim Burton as the director, and it was kind of like it was similar. It's like, whoa, this is also like similar to the Dark Knight Returns comic book. So it's a very important comic book, I think. Man, I regret selling those comics, man. Like I sold a lot of those comic books. I wish I still had them. So this brick is giving me a lot of problems. Usually I don't have. I would have been done by now. Let's see. You gotta squish it a little. See, the thing is, like, I've been sculpting lately in ZBrush in the computer, and so now that I'm sculpting back in clay, it's different. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put this brick in the freezer, and like in 10 minutes, it's gonna be like really hard. And then I'll take it out, and I'll start texturing it, just like this brick right here. So how do you texture it? With sandpaper, like that, just like in the dioramas, you know. You use sandpaper, and then you use a blade like this, and you nick it and you crack it and you make the cracks, and then you get this, you know. You get a really nice detail. Oops, sorry guys. Let's see, just checking out the size. Might be a little bit too big, so I'll probably have to chip it. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit less, and it should be like the right size. So let's just nick it, cut a piece off, so right there, and where's the other brick I did? Okay, nice. So I'm gonna try to do two bricks. They don't look easy enough, I think. Oh, thanks, Brock. You're not the Brock customizer, are you? All right, thanks, Necro. Yeah, man. Gorilla Grodd, man. That's cool. Okay. Wow, I can't believe Necro Zoo was here because I watch his videos sometimes. I didn't, what a surprise. He's I always watch his channel and everything. Bum, bum, bum. What do I need? I need something flat. Something flat, man. Use, no, it's too. Maybe this, yeah. I use an old credit card. I'll put this one in the freezer. So I put that one in freezer. Hopefully it'll get hard like in 10 minutes. Oh man, my battery's low. Sheesh. So you guys welcome here to watch me sculpt. I'm also going to be sculpting in ZBrush. I just gotta learn how to do it live. So once I do that, I'll start doing stuff on ZBrush and also like this traditionally. See if this could be fun. If anything, I'll still do like a figure review every once in a while because I love figures. So let's see. I mean, this is looking better than this right now. Yeah, it's definitely better, bigger. So it looks like the right size for a break. And just getting that right proportion is like so important. And then all the little parts like the texturing of that, that's like the easy part. And it's the most fun. This is like the hardest part, just getting the proportion right. So it's like a little dent there. Let me just try to fix that. So you guys are. Hey, Thomas Brock, are you into collecting? Do you collect 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale? What do you do? Whew. Doing this live is like, it's weird because before I used to do videos, nothing was live, you know? So anything can happen. So I wasn't prepared. Like, I can sculpt stuff and everything, but I was just not prepared to do it live. Is that better? Oops. Sorry. Oh man, I gotta get the charger. I better connect this or else everything's gonna shut down, man. Touch this. Okay. Coming out now. Scarface. Okay. Voila. Okay, so now we're safe. So what I should have done is done this work off camera, and then I would have had them prepared off the freezer when they're nice with the shape, and then prepared for the texturing. That's what I should have done instead of like spending a whole hour just trying to shape it the right way. Try this. This is better. Hmm. This one looks pretty good. See, I need a third camera, guys. Then when I have a third camera, what you call it? I can have a third view, and it'll be awesome. So the other brick is already in the freezer. This one, it's almost done, I think. Let's see, Baby Yoda holding a brick. So, Baby Yoda is like so tiny, man. Like, he's not a good reference. He's not good for using reference. You know, this is a 1/12 scale brick, you know? So, cinder brick. These are 1/12 scale too, 1/12 scale. This I thought it was going to be a 1/12 scale, 1/6 scale, but I was wrong. So that's why I'm making this one. So it'll be a little bit bigger, the right size for a 1/6 scale figure. Kind of like a leaning note. Okay. Looks better. So yeah, Baby Yoda's not good for reference because he's just too small. Okay. Just trying to get that shape right. So what do you collect, Brock? Are you still there? Let's see. Okay. Still seems a little something. I don't know. It seems like it's big enough, but maybe it should be a little bigger, right? What do you guys think? Let's see. I don't know. Okay, use this. Let's see. Yeah. Should be a little bigger, man. Yeesh. Hey, Thomas, Brock, are you still there? So, I am a collector, and I'm here so I can talk to people about collecting art, stuff like that. I am a sculptor. I also kind of paint a little bit, but I'm mostly a sculptor. So any people they want to talk about sculpting, action figures, That this show is really about action figures because anything that I sculpt is for action figures. So I need to do this with my right hand. Okay. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Anyone there? Okay. So if anyone wants to talk about action figures, come on here and talk to me because I love action figures. So do this. Oh my god, they're the same size. Oh my god. There should be a gladiator. What is it? A gladiator Yoda. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, why does it look curved? Shouldn't look curved. So I didn't plan this right. So that's why I'm taking so long doing this. But next time I'll do the texturing and all that. Let me just do a little texturing and see. Maybe it'll look really good. Let's see. maybe if I roll this, maybe. Let's try that again. The subtle difference that makes the difference. The subtle difference that makes the difference is what makes the difference between a success and failure. Oh, we're back. We are back. Okay, so I think this brick needs a little bit of TNC. So I'm gonna do this. All right. So it needs a little bit of this. So if anyone wants to talk about 1/6 scale toys, 1/12 scale toys, you are welcome here because I am a collector and fanatic of toys. I love toys. So you are welcome here. Brick was looking really skinny, man, like it was going hungry and shit. So you gotta give it some food, man. You gotta give it some clay. You gotta make this brick happy. Give him a little titanium white. Like Bob Ross said, let's use a little bit of titanium white. Yeah. Okay. So I need to flatten it. So using this. I was using something else. Oh yeah, I was using my credit card. This is like an old credit card. Dun, dun. And then you use the roller. Hey, I need a haircut. All right. The subtle difference that makes the difference. So. This is my therapy, guys. Art and YouTube. That's my therapy. No, actually, my therapy is collecting action figures. That's my therapy. I was thinking of calling it toy therapy. What do you guys think? Toy therapy. Huh? It's a little different, right? Actually, that would be a good name for a porno channel. Toy therapy. Porn channel. All right, so just kidding. So the roller is like really making a good difference here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. The roller. Who's roller? Who's roller? Someone who's roller in the movies. Roller. Someone in Star Wars, maybe? Roller. Shit. Sounds familiar. I don't care. I am making the perfect brick. This brick is so perfect. It's the perfect brick. It's the perfect brick, Brock. Alrighty, so using the wrong end. Voila! The chocolate, the sugar. Look at that. That's looking much better. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, and let's see. Yeah, I think it's good size, man. I think this was better than the other one. All right. Alrighty. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get off right now. If you guys want to talk about 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale action figures, you're welcome to come to this channel and blab anything you want about figures that you like or dislike, whatever. I like talking about joints and articulation, especially in the torso. I love the way Mafex makes figures. I love hot toys. I love all sorts of toys. So you guys are all welcome, girls and boys, of anyone. Just come over and say what's up, and I'll have better lighting. I'm gonna get some lamps, and I'm gonna have 3 cameras, and I'm gonna have a show every week. And this is gonna be called Toy Therapy. And if I stole that from somebody, I am sorry, but I don't know. I think it's a good name, right? So the next show is gonna be Toy Therapy, and it'll probably be very soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe maybe Sunday night, maybe Saturday night. I don't know. So I'm gonna go, and remember, keep collecting.